Mabuiga, welcome to the Garifun Experience podcast. I'm your host, José Francisco Ávila. Civic engagement is one of the most powerful tools we have to strengthen our community and ensure our voices are heard loud and clear in the halls of power. As we approach the upcoming June 23rd primary election, we need to make sure everyone in our community is ready to use the power of the ballot by registering to vote. The absolute deadline for the Board of Elections to receive your voter registration application is June 13th. If they don't have it by then, you cannot vote in the June 23rd primary. So, today, we're doing a complete line-by-line walkthrough of the New York State voter registration form. Grab a pen, make sure it is blue or black ink, and let's ensure our community is registered, ready, and counted. Before we put pen to paper, let's quickly cover who can actually use this form. Obviously, it is for new voters, but you can also use this exact same form if you moved and need to change your address, if you changed your name, or if you want to join or change your political party. To register in New York, you must meet these three criteria. You must be a U.S. citizen. You must be a New York City resident for at least 30 days. You must be at least 16 years old to pre-register. But you can pre-register to vote at 16 or 17, but you must be 18 to vote. All right, let's look at the sections together. If you're filling this out right now, let's go line by line. Questions 1 and 2. Qualifications. Question 1 asks, are you a citizen of the U.S.? Check yes or no. You may only register to vote if you are a U.S. citizen. Question 2A, if you will be at least 18 years old by election day for 2026, either the primary held on June 23rd or the general election on November 3rd, check yes. You must be at least 18 years old to vote in any election. Question 2B. If you are at least 16 years old, you may pre-register to vote, and your registration will become active when you turn 18. Check yes if you are at least 16 currently, but note that you must be at least 18 years old to vote in any election. Questions 3 to 7. Personal details, identity. Question 3. Your name and information. You should write in your name as it appears on the form of identification that you will provide for question 13. The birthday is not optional. Question 5, gender is optional. Question 6 and question 7, although phone and email are optional, we at the Garifuna Coalition strongly advise people to fill out this information in case the Board of Election needs to follow up with questions. Questions 8 and 9, your address, residency. Question 8, this is the address that determines your polling place, so it should be a permanent address. It needs to be a physical address, not a P.O. Box number. Counties in New York City are as follows: Manhattan, New York County; Bronx, Bronx County; Brooklyn, Kings County; Queens, Queens County; Staten Island, Richmond County. Question 9. This is where you receive mail. If it is the same as question 8, you can skip it. The address provided in question 9 can be a relative, P.O. Box, or community organization. Voting history updates. Question 10 and question 11. Have you voted before? Check yes or no. These are to help the Board of Elections locate your prior registration. If you answer no to question 10, then skip questions 11 and question 12. If you don't remember when you voted last, make a reasonable estimate. Question 12, name or address change. Note that the information provided in question 12 is the previous names or address. Your name was, your address was. Current information is written in questions 3, question 8, and question 9. For line 3, if you move from outside of New York State, indicate the state only. And if you move from inside of New York State, indicate both the county and the state. Question 13, verifying your identity. The state needs to verify who you are. If you have a New York Department of Motor Vehicle driver's license or non-driver identification, you must provide that number here. If you don't have one, provide the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. If you have neither, don't panic. You can still register, but you'll need to provide a copy of a photo ID, utility bill, or bank statement with this form, or show it the first time you vote. Question 14, political party enrollment. This is huge for the June primaries. New York has closed primaries, meaning if you want to vote in a party's primary election to choose their candidates, you must be enrolled in that party. Check the box for Democratic, Republican, Conservative, Working Families, or write-in another. If you do not want to enroll in a political party, check No Party. Note, the Independence Party is a particular party, and by checking that box, you are not saying that you are an independent voter. Only by checking No Party are you indicating that you are an independent voter. Keep in mind that as an independent voter, you won't be able to vote in the primary elections, only in the November 3rd general elections. Question 15, the affidavit, signature. Question 15 is optional. If you would like to apply for an absentee ballot or be an election day worker, you can check this box. Finally, the affidavit. Read it. Then write your signature as you will write it at the poll site or on an absentee ballot. By signing, you swear under penalty of perjury that everything is true. Once the form is signed, fold it up. If you downloaded it online, put it in an envelope. If it is the official trifold brochure, tape the sides closed. Do not staple it. Mail it or drop it off in person at your local county board of elections office. Remember, it must be received by the board no later than June 13th. If you prefer to fill this out in another language, Spanish, traditional Chinese, Korean, and Bengali forms are widely available. If you live in New York City, you can call 1-866-VOTE-NYC or email vote@boe.nyc.ny.us to have an in-language form mailed right to your door. And that wraps up another crucial episode of the Garifuna Experience podcast. Thank you for listening, and more importantly, thank you for taking action. Democracy is not an spectator sport. The future of our neighborhoods, our families, and the Garifuna people is quite literally in our hands. Let's make sure that we exercise our power by registering to vote. Until next time, stay united, stay proud. Sungu Beilida Aba. Ayo. Find new episodes of the Garifuna Experience podcast every Tuesday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. If you found this guide helpful, please take a moment to rate and review the Garifuna Experience podcast. It takes seconds, but it helps our history, our culture, and our community's voice reach the entire world. Thank you.